Go ahead.
All right, everybody, today we're going to be live on Facebook talking about foam rolling or myofascial release. And the reason why we're doing this video this morning is because this is now our third patient who today was talking about some muscle aches and some muscle fatigue following workouts. And this is a great way and a cheap way to at home help yourself and have some benefits for releasing those muscles and releasing some of that tension, which also in turn will better help you hold your adjustments. So I have two different options here in the office. This is a foam one. It's got a little more give, so it's a little easier on the body to use. I suggest this one if this is your first time doing this. This one has some PVC pipe in it, so it's a little more firm. So this one's a little bit more advanced because it might be too intense for you when you start to do this. I'm just going to quickly demonstrate how to use this on some of the muscles of the lower extremity. So we're going to get started, and the first place we're going to work on is the quads. It's the muscles in the front of the thigh. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down onto all fours, and basically with foam rolling, you get to be in charge of how much pressure or tension that you're putting on your muscles in through there. So the more body weight that I place on here, the more intense my experience is going to be with myofascial release. The less pressure I put, obviously the less I'm going to feel it. So we're going to start here, and you're not going to want to cross the joints. You're not going to cross the knee joint. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to lay straight down on here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to place my arms. Are you able to see, or need me? I'll turn sideways so you guys could see a little better. I'm going to place my forearms down on the floor, and I get to be in control of how much pressure I place on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my arms to help my body roll up. So normally I'd be doing this with a little more room, but I want you guys to be able to see. Let me come over here. Can you see okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me start back again. Same thing. So you're going to roll from the top of the muscle. I'm going to roll down. Now if you find a spot that tends to be really tight or really tense, you're just going to kind of gently rock back and forth in that area. And when you feel that release, you're going to move on. Again, I'm not crossing the joint. I'm not crossing the knee joint. So I'm going straight into that muscle. And I get to control the speed and the amount of pressure here. So if I want less pressure, I could rest my feet and my legs on the floor. If I want more pressure, I'm gonna lift them up off the floor. So after I've done that front part, I'm gonna come into what's called the IT band. So iliotibial band and also tensor fasciae lata muscle. This is a muscle that's really tight on a lot of people, especially runners, because you're consistently contracting that muscle repeatedly. Obviously stretching is hugely important, but myofascial release could be great for you too if you are a runner. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to lay on my side, okay? So I'm going to start my forearms on the floor for balance and pressure, bottom leg's on the floor. My top leg helps me control how much I can move, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my arms and my body weight to roll myself, my body this way, but I'm doing myofascial release down the muscle and the IT band. And again, more pressure by taking my feet off the floor, less pressure by keeping myself grounded against the floor. So depending on how much intensity your body could handle and how much you need, you get to be in control of that. So again, I'm not going to cross the knee joint. I'm going to slowly roll down. I'm going to roll back up. When I find those tight spots, I'm going to kind of rock back and forth so that I get more of a benefit into that muscle. Now, piriformis and glute med. I'm going to rotate my body at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to cross the ankle over the opposite knee. Now I'm controlling this with my hand, and I can place my other hand here for more or less pressure. And I'm just gonna roll back and forth, and again, I'm on this 45-degree angle in through here so that I can roll right into that muscle. A lot of people with sciatic complaints, this will be good for them to get in through there, and especially what you were telling me about before, this is a good one for you. And now I'm gonna switch, and I'm gonna go into the glutes or the tush. Now what we're gonna work on is this back area. So I'll keep my feet on the floor, place my hands behind me, and I'm going to slowly lower down. Again, I get to be in charge of how much pressure I'm placing on here. So if it's, too intense for you, either switch to using a less firm foam roller or rest your body down towards the floor. And again, if the spots are tight or you feel more tension there, you're just going to rock back and forth. And what I'm going to do is slowly lower myself forward. I'm going to cross the arms, so then I'm going to move the shoulder blades out of the way. So I'm able to foam roll up my back. I'm not going into the neck. This is just staying all along the back, hitting those paraspinal muscles. I could rotate a little bit to one side or the other to get into different parts of the traps and the rhomboids in through there. And I'm going to, again, control it as I roll myself up. Next part we're going to do is the hamstrings. So again, I'm on my tush here. Hands are behind me. I get to control, just like we did every other time, less pressure by keeping my feet on the floor, more pressure by lifting up. And I'm going to roll down the muscle. It's in the back of the thighs, not crossing the knee joint. Going to go down slowly and then bring it back up. And now we're ready to do the exact same thing on the other side. So before we were at a 45-degree angle this way to hit that right piriformis, I'm going to do the same thing on the left. 45-degree angle rotation, cross that ankle, and here I go. I'm going to dig right into that muscle. Now you might notice that one side might feel more tight, more tension than the other. That's okay. You still want to make sure you hit both sides. You don't want to only stretch the muscle that's tight on the right side. You want to make sure you're stretching both, but you may need to spend a little more time on one side versus the other. So I'm going to hit piriformis, and now I'm going to turn all the way. We're on the tensor fascial lata muscle, and I'm going to roll down so that we're going to get into the IT or iliotibial band. I'm going to make my way down the knee, find those tight spots, roll back and forth when I find them, and then I'm going to end up once again back in the front to get onto that quadricep or the quads muscle. So real quick, touching the base of how to foam roll. This one I got at Runner's Depot. It's a great store, by the way, here in the area in Fort Lauderdale. They will watch your gait pattern and fit you for the right shoe for whatever kind of training you're doing. I think this was like 60, 70, or 80 bucks for this one. These ones, these thin foam ones, you could get in like TJ Maxx or Target. I think they're like 30 bucks. So a small investment that can last you a really long time and have a really great benefit for you all the way. We keep these here in the office. We have them available to you to use on every visit. Great idea to invest in one to have at home. I know my trainer that I work with, Isaac over at Pure Muscle, he has me do 5-minute warm-up, and then after we do that, we'll foam roll, and then I begin my workout. So this is something, and this is not a replacement for a massage, it's not a replacement for an adjustment, but this is a great supplement in addition to doing all of those things so that your body gets, again, a greater benefit, because most people have really tight muscles and are carrying a lot of tension on a daily basis. So if you could do something in between your visits here and in between your regular massages and all the other healthy and great things that you're doing on a regular basis to better help yourself, well, this is a great answer for you on that. So thanks for indulging us for just a little bit today. And again, this was a last minute idea that this is my third time showing someone how to do this today. We do have a recently written blog post that's up on our website, favoritechiropractor.com. If you click on the blog tab, you'll be able to read more about the benefits of myofascial release and foam rolling. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments, or you could reach us online, favoritechiropractor.com, or call our office to schedule your appointment for your consultation today, 954-417-5815. Your health is in your hands. My hands are here to help. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.